Can I just record it if you,
Sure.
in case if you want to review it later on?
Oh, yeah, that's great.
Yeah. Okay. So since we're recording, I'll just restart. So this is Alif,
Alif,
Alif, and
Alif,
the place of pronunciation for Alif is the lowest point of the throat. So from
Alif.
one point, many letters can execute. And then Ba,
Ba,
Ba has one dot.
ba,
Ta,
ta.
that looks similar to Ba, but the difference is Ba has one dot and Ta has two dots.
Looks like it's a smiley.
Yeah, it is. And then we have Tha, Tha, tap,
Ta,
yeah, tap your tip of the tongue to the edge
ta,
of front top two incisors.
ta.
And Tha has three dots
Mm-hmm.
on top of it. So that's the difference between Ba, Ta, Tha. And then we have the second group uh, of the letters is Jim,
Jim,
Ha,
ha,
Kha.
ha.
Yeah. Jim has one dot here, and Ha has none.
Uh-huh.
Kha has one, but it's on top of the letter.
Uh-huh.
Are we good all the way to here?
We are.
Okay, great. Then we'll move forward to the next pair, that is Dal.
Dal. Where
Dal,
are you?
Dal.
Here,
Oh,
here.
can you see that?
Oh, there you are. There
Yeah.
you are. Sorry, I missed that one.
Oh,
Yeah, I
that's
got you now. Thank you for pointing.
yeah.
I got
Dal.
down on the row too
Yeah.
soon. Dal.
Dal. Yeah. So, because it starts with a D, it does not mean it's a dal. Rather, we say dal.
Dal.
Yes, dal.
Dal.
And the place of pronunciation for it is the tip of the tongue touches to the roof of top two incisors.
Dal.
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 Yes, da sound. Da.
Dal.
Yes. Is that clear to you or confusing?
I think I understand it. I'll
Yeah.
probably get better as we practice it more and you correct me more.
Yeah. I'm trying to find out the word for in English for it. Is there something that is called that starts with da in English? Like we say the, right? The.
um, or dal, dal, dad, dal. I don't know. It depends on where you're from, whether or not you say,
Like for example, we say the house, right? The
yeah,
house. So that's the da sound is there.
dal.
Dal, yes.
Okay.
And then the next is it's quite tricky. This is pronounced thal.
Allow
That. It's like a Z
that,
sound, but it's similar to this letter tha sound.
thou,
Yeah. So again, the tip of the tongue touches to the edge of top two incisors and makes
thou,
thal. Perfect, ma'am. So
thou.
tha and thal, the sound is different, but the place of articulation point is the same.
Okay.
The tip of the tongue to the edge of top two incisors.
Okay.
Thal.
Thou,
Thal.
thou.
Yes, very nice. And shall we move forward, ma'am?
Yep.
Okay. Then we have raw. It start
R-
raw.
Ro.
Yeah. So in English language, R is not pronounced uh, often. For example, uh, where we say where, right? Where are
Uh-huh.
you going? Where are you going? So
Why?
But in the Arabic language, the ra has a vibration, that repetition of r. You see that r?
Like in Spanish, you twirl the R. Ra.
Yeah, like that. Same.
Okay.
In the Arabic also, you have to have that vibration. Ra,
Mm-hmm.
ra,
Ra.
but not too much,
Ra.
but not too little. Ra.
Oh, ra.
Yes. This one is just regular za, like a Z sound.
Za.
Yeah. So the dal and za is so close. The difference is this za is pronounced like a regular Z sound,
Uh-huh.
and this is pronounced like dal, Dhal would be the, not really, but anyway, you just have to understand the articulation point for this. That.
Okay. Dal.
So we have ra and za.
Ra. Za.
Za. Clear, ma'am?
Uh-huh.
Okay, good. Next letter is seen.
Seen.
C. It starts with S. Seen.
Seen.
Yes. And this letter has a whistling sound in it.
Oh,
Seen.
see.
Seen.
See.
Yeah. So this one is quite similar to tha, and
Uh-huh.
seen. But the
See.
difference is seen is pronounced regularly like S in English language, but tha, it's pronounced more like the tip of the tongue touching to the edge of top two incisors.
Okay.
Can you pronounce tha first, man?
That.
Very nice. And this one,
Seen.
seen. Yes, great. You're catching things very quickly. The Muslims who are born and brought up as Muslims, they have a very hard time in pronouncing all these letters.
Well, I have a good teacher.
It's you, it's not me. And then the next uh, letter that is the pair with the scene, it's sheen.
Sheen.
Yes, sheen.
Sheen.
Yes, very nice. Uh, is there vocabulary from shark, like
Shark. Yes.
that's the sheen. And
Sheen.
then the next two letters are a pair. Um, Ford. It starts
Odd.
with S2.
Odd.
Yeah. So the difference between seen sound and ford in English, both of them starts with S. Okay. And they sound like S. But the difference between seen and ford is Sod is heavier in pronunciation, more thicker in pronunciation versus seen, while the seen is thinner in
Okay.
pronunciation. Sa versus fa, fa.
Saw.
Yeah, so the way of pronunciation is the same for both letters, but when we are pronouncing sod, we feel the air inside the mouth and then pronounce it. Fa, fa.
Saw. Saw.
Yeah, sod.
Sawed.
Can you say that again, ma'am?
Sawed.
No.
No.
It also starts with S.
Sawed.
Yes. Very nice. Yes. Sod versus seen. Sa.
Seen.
Yes. And sod.
Sawed.
Yes. Very nice. And then the next letter is, this is the hardest letter in the Arabic alphabet in terms of pronunciation.
Okay.
And even the majority of Muslims, they pronounce this letter wrong. So it is, I'll tell you the articulation point first, then I'll pronounce it. Let me see if he has mentioned here. Yeah, look at here. Place the right or left blade of the tongue on the right or left upper molar teeth. That's
Okay.
and then from once you place the right or left blade of the tongue, or the left side or the right side of the tongue on the right or left upper molar, and then you pronounce bod, ba. It's like a dh, but ba, bod, heavier.
Broad.
Ba. It sounds like a dal. Remember dal, the letter dal here we did that
Uh-huh.
starts with the D.
Uh-huh.
That also start this bod also starts with the uh, D. I don't know why they had Z here. That's wrong. So
Dog. Bald.
bod, D H
See, over
W.
here it sounds like a B, like you're saying bald.
No, I'm
But
saying D D,
dog, dog,
but the sound would be like dal, not da.
dog,
Bo,
dog, dog.
bod.
Yeah.
That's fine, man. So it's not
Got that
B.
one yet.
It's not B as in ball. That's not B, and that's not. It comes from D, but the pronunciation will not be like a dog, but
Okay.
rather it's a da pronunciation, but make it
Dog,
heavier. Bo,
dog,
bod.
dog.
Yeah, very close,
Dog.
very close. Yeah. Did you understand the difference, man?
I think so. I just can't quite get it.
And another
Not.
way that I can explain for you, though the place of articulation for dal and bod is different,
Hmm.
but they sound quite similar.
Okay.
The difference would be dal is thinner
Hmm.
and bod is heavier.
Hold.
Like the difference between seen and sod,
Uh-huh.
the same difference would be between dal and bod. Bod.
Hold.
Dod.
Hold.
Yeah. I told you this is the toughest letter in
Right.
Arabic language, yeah. But you're catching up very quickly. I'm surprised. Yeah. Is that clear, man?
Yes.
Or do you want to spend some
Clear.
more
I need
time
more
on that?
practice on that is
Yeah,
all.
we'll come back on it again. Yeah. And then the letter ta. It's a T. It starts with the T. It's like a
Uh-huh.
ta sound,
Uh-huh.
but heavier.
Tall.
Oh, yeah.
Tall.
And the place of pronunciation for both are the same.
Okay.
Ta versus ta.
Tall versus tall.
Yes, ta.
Okay.
There is no ha sound. Ha means like ta. It's not ta, it's ta. Ta, ta.
Tall. Tall.
Yes.
No. Okay.
Yeah. That should be fine, man.
Okay.
And then it's this word, the next letter is the pronunciation is same as here dal. Do you remember dal?
Lal.
Yeah. But it's a heavier in pronunciation. Va.
The.
Va. Yes. Great. So dal and va are similar in pronunciation. They come from the same articulation point in the mouth, but the difference is dal is thinner, va is thicker, heavier in pronunciation.
Okay.
Pronounce it full of our mouth. Va.
The.
Yeah. Is that clear, man?
Mm-hmm.
So you have za here,
Mm-hmm.
za, but
The.
here is va.
The.
Va. The pronunciation changes, yes. And do you want to let's finish the letters, then we'll go back
Okay.
again one by one.
All right.
It's an introduction of the letters in that way.
Uh-huh.
So the next pair is Ain.
Ein.
Yeah, this is one of the tough letter too in terms of pronunciation. If you write the Ain in English, it will start with A, but it really comes from the middle of the throat. Ain.
Ein.
Yeah. Ain.
Ein.
Yes. And then Ghain. Gha,
Again?
Ghain.
Ra.
Yes.
Line.
So there is no word that describes, there is no letter that describes the Ghain pronunciation in English, but the place where it is pronounced is from, like, the, where the place where we gargle after we brush our teeth.
Uh-huh.
That's where the Ghain comes from. Gha. And even when you gargle, right,
Uh,
you say like Gha. So that's the sound of
yeah.
Ghain. Ghain.
Line. Line.
Yes. Ain. Ghain.
Ein. Line. Line.
Yes. Very nice. Beautiful. And then the next pair is fa.
That.
It's a fa. F-A.
That.
Fa. Yes.
That.
Yeah. And the after fa is qaf.
Cough.
Yeah. Qa. Qaf.
Call.
Yeah. It ends with F. Qaf.
Cough.
Yeah. So this qaf starts with the Q. It's not K. Qaf. But there is no, I mean, there is no similar letter in English language, but the Q would be the closest in terms
Okay.
of spelling for it. Qaf.
Cough.
Qaf.
It's like I'm sick and I got a cough.
Yes. No, cough, it's like a K sound almost close to. But it's cough,
Cough.
very close. That should be fine, man. Because
Okay.
you see, there is one word. It's called that comes from cough. It's called qalb, qalbun.
Kalbun.
Yeah. So if you say with the right pronunciation, qalbun, that means heart.
Kolgun. Oh, I like that.
Qalbun, B.
Kolbun.
Yes. Qalbun means heart. But the next letter, that is calf. You know,
Calf.
yeah, the calf, that is the baby of the cow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So calf, the same qalb, if it's pronounced with this letter, that will be kalb. Kalbun means dog.
Oh, well, we wouldn't want to mix up
Yeah,
Kolb
so
and Kelvin.
that's why the proper pronunciation in the Arabic language is
Very
extremely
important.
important. Yeah.
Mm.
You just say qalbun means heart, kalbun means dog. You say,
Okay.
maybe we can say, right? Qalbun kalbun hot dog.
Kalbun, Kalbun,
I'm
hot
just
dog.
kidding. Qalb means heart, not hot. Heart or heart, right?
Right.
Yeah. I'm just making fun of it. Qalbun kalbun, heart dog. Yeah.
Hot dog.
Well, the next letter is lamb.
Lamb, like
La,
a sheep, a
la,
baby sheep.
lamb.
Lamb,
Yes, lamb.
lamb,
Yes, that's like L. And then the
lamb.
next letter is meme. M. M
Meme.
sound. Yes, M sound. And then
Okay.
next is an N sound. Noon.
Noon.
It's like a noon, afternoon, noon.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, noon. And then the next sound is wa. Wow.
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 Yeah, when you're amazed of something, you say, wow. That's how it is. Wow. And then this ha, I already talked to you when I was
Uh-huh.
reading ha and ha. So the
Uh-huh.
difference between this ha here, ha, it's coming from the middle of the throat, the
Ha,
ha after jim, and then the last ha, that is from the lowest point of the throat. Ha, ha,
ha,
yes. And then this is hamza.
Hamza.
Yeah. You may see many people name Hamza after Hamza in Muslims.
Maybe I have. I'm not
Yeah.
sure.
Hamza is actually a name of the uncle of the Prophet Muhammad,
Oh.
and Hamza means lion.
Oh.
Yes. And then the last two letters, though it looks different in shape, but the pronunciation is the same, no difference at all.
Oh, really?
Ya and ya.
Yeah and yeah. Huh.
Yes, ma'am. So these are the alphabets um, so far here, and inshallah we will um, we will revisit them again. Let me
Okay.
just stop the recording.
All right.
I don't want to make it too long. I don't know how to stop the recording.
There you go.
Right here.
All right.